My goal is to communicate what I have learned from the gang member, the incarcerated individual, the young person, and others. I often attend conferences about these populations and see many panel discussions that do not include them. Why and how? We need to do less talking about and talking at those on the margins and include them in the conversation. As Just Leadership USA founder Glenn Martin states, those closest to the problem are closest to the solution. I am humbled to be a part of the conversation and solution. Also, please note, while all the stories in this book are true, most names and identifying details have been changed to protect the privacy and safety of the people involved. Ready for the journey? Let's go! 1. The God who sees. You are the God who sees me, for she said, I have now seen the one who sees me. Genesis chapter 16, verse 13, New International Version. I tried to sell my soul to the devil, and he didn't even want it. I'm so damaged. Luis has pen and paper in his hand, moving to a beat inside his head, writing rap lyrics from inside a small, cold prison cell in Illinois. Writing has become how he spends his days as he serves time, awaiting the moment he returns to society and to his 9-year-old son. Most of my life, I felt like I was born cursed, unloved. I felt like an outcast from my family and friends. Born in Puerto Rico in 1993, Luis grew up in Chicago, the baby boy among 4 brothers and a sister. He loved playing softball and skateboarding, but mostly he loved being with his dad. They were glued at the hip. You never saw one without the other. Luis didn't know as a child that his father was a functioning heroin addict and a member of a ruthless gang in the neighborhood. All Luis saw was Superman, his best friend, his dad. Then, at the young age of 10, he lost his father, and Luis's whole world as he knew it was gone. When I lost my pop, I lost all hope, and at 10 years old, I became my own role model. I wanted to prove to everybody that I can do it all on my own. Luis was determined to not depend on anyone. They all leave eventually, right? If he didn't get close to anyone again, he couldn't get hurt. He decided he was going to do life on his own. I joined the gang when I was 9, a couple of months before my dad passed. He didn't know, but I wanted to be like him. When he left me, I was alone. Felt like I didn't need anybody. Soon after his father's death, all of Luis's brothers joined the same gang, looking for love, protection, a father figure. I'm one of the many who grew up in the street and had it all: cars, clothes, money, females, jewelry, all the finer things, said Luis. But the one thing I didn't have was love or someone who wanted what was best for me. I was looking for that. And then we met. Every single time. I saw huge, extra wet tears every single time I see that scene in the movie Freedom Writers. Erin Gruelle is a first-time history teacher in Long Beach, California, with a class of challenging 9th and 10th graders she is clearly unprepared for. Many of the youth are in rival gangs and fight often in her classroom. As the movie progresses, she finds a way to connect with them relationally, and the classroom becomes like a family. The youth published their stories in a book called Freedom Writers, creatively named after the Freedom Riders, the civil rights activists who rode buses across the South protesting the segregation of public transit. One particular student, Andre Bryant, faces the challenge of being recruited for street life. When his brother loses a court case and faces a lengthy prison sentence, Andre chooses to go back to street life and begins skipping classes. In an assignment, Gruelle's students evaluate them on how they feel they're doing in the class. Andre gives himself an F. Gruelle pulls him outside the classroom to ask him why. He responds, "It's what I feel I deserve is all." She looks him square in the eyes with love and fierceness. "I know what you're up against. We're all of us up against something. I see who you are. I see you."